He's my buddy, Dick Vitale. How are you, Dickie V?
I'm doing really great, Rich. Really exciting time. Last time I ran into you, we were down there at Beverly Hills.
That's right.
There at the beautiful deli.
That's right.
Oh,
Nate
man,
Now's.
I love that deli.
Nate Now's. It was so great.
Nate Now's.
I'm getting ready to pick up. I'm getting ready to pick up, and there you are, Dickie V.
And I found Rich Eisen there.
It's so great. That was fantastic. Hey, what a time to be a Tampa sports fan, Dick. This is it, right? This is high. It
really is. I'll tell you, it's a great moment here for this area. We got the Lightning winning that Stanley Cup. We got the Rays right now in the World Series, and we got the Bucks. I'm telling you guys out there in football land, you better not doubt this club. If they get healthy, the problem has been they haven't had their full cast. And Mike Evans hasn't been Mike Evans yet because he's got an ankle problem. Fournette hasn't played the last 2 games. He's a power back. The game prior to getting injured, he had 100-some yards. Did a great job in the power to combine with the kid. Jones has really improved. Godwin's been out for like 2-3 games. He played the last game. I'm going to tell you, and Tom Brady is like a 25-year-old, and he's such a fierce competitor. I'm telling you, Rich, if they're healthy with that defense, they can win the Super Bowl.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. And the city of Los Angeles can add a World Series title to an NBA championship. And Tampa can add a World Series title to a Stanley Cup.
Well, you know what? When you think about that, though, the market's a little different, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's going to be title town, yes, USA. We're going to go 3 for 3. I feel it. I swear to God, I went to the VBDI. My Vitale Ball Dome Index tells me, yes, we're going to hear how great Kershaw is going to be in the playoffs this time. He's going to battle back. We're going to hear about how good he is. We're going to hear about Bellinger being clutch. We're going to hear about the superstar Mookie Betts. We're going to hear all of that. And the Vegas people out there, they got the Dodgers as a favorite. But you know what? There's a couple teams sitting home that were supposed to win, too. I heard in Game 5, they got to face Jared Cole, the $320 million man. Are you kidding? They got Stanton back now. They got Judge back. This is the Yankees everybody expected. Rays have no shot. Excuse me. I think the Yankees are sitting home watching on TV tonight. Then I heard it from the Astros. The Astros won 3 in a row. Momentum has switched. Rays have no chance in Game 7. You kidding? The Astros have been there with Correa and certainly with Altuve and Bregman and Brantley. They've been there, Springer. The Rays have no shot in Game 7. Excuse me. I think the Astros are watching on TV. And the Dodgers, 3 out of 4 years, Rich. 3 out of 4 years. They've been in the championship. As I said on SportsCenter a little bit earlier, I taped a speech to the team, but basically it was about, and I said, the Dodgers took strike 1 first time in the World Series in the 3 out of the last 4 years. They took the fastball. They took the curveball the second time. They're going to take the slider for the third time because the Rays are going to win in 7.
Does anybody throw a slider on the Rays? I thought they only throw 90 million miles an hour, Dick.
That's a good question. I should have went to the fastball.
It's right, because that's what the Rays do. Hey, I follow you on Twitter, Dickie V.
I'm all fired up, man.
I know.
I'm 81 and I'm acting about 12.
I know. I love it. I follow you on Twitter at Dickie V, and you were like the rest of America wondering why in the heck are they taking Charlie Morton out Game 7 when they're taking him out.
I couldn't believe that.
But they've got a plan.
55 pitches.
This is what they do, though.
Kevin Cash has been pushing all the right buttons, basically.
Right.
He's got to be clearly the manager of the year. I mean, obviously the Dodgers is going to be a tough situation.
Right.
But you know what? The bottom line is what's great about it, and it's ironic. We have the best team all year in the National League, and we have the best team all year in the American League playing for the World Championship. And I think that's super.
I know.
The only sad part is can't be there. The Rays, I talked to the president, and the president would have liked me to come out there, but I got to be careful with that COVID-19.
Yep.
I just can't take a chance getting among those kind of people, because God forbid that hit me, I'd be in big trouble.
And of course, Dick, you got to be careful. You're a national treasure. You stay put right there, and you keep doing what you're doing. So your speeches are legendary. Anybody who's ever seen you deliver a soliloquy trying to move somebody when it comes obviously to your charitable work, it's amazing. There's nothing like it. So you gave a Vitale special to the team? You taped one for the race?
Yeah, well, not really. ESPN called me up today and they said, if we could have you do the Sports Center like you were going to speak to the team,
yes.
what would you say? And I did a speech down there. I guess it's going to hear on Sports Center.
Okay.
But
I look forward to that.
I just love being with people. As you know, Rich, people know me. I just love being with people, and I've always tried to look at things in life a little bit optimistic. I mean, we got a serious problem going on here with COVID-19 because people don't want to follow the advice of all the experts, and, it's just running rapid, and it's sad because our priority's got to be the health of everyone. And the other thing that really, I learned as a kid, and it's so important, I think, in life. My mom and dad, uneducated, taught me in life. They said when I was a kid growing up, Richie, there was never Dick. Richie, treat people like you want to be treated. Respect people. And I've tried to do that all my life. And if we all did that, we wouldn't have this division that we have. There's so much hate in our nation. We need more love, man. We need hugs for one another. It's simple. Just treat people how you want to be treated.
No, I know, Dick, and the beautiful thing about sports being as active as it is the stories that we see and the good feel-good stories that you can root for might substitute for what you're talking about with a divided nation, as you're pointing out, that we could all maybe come together and watch a sporting event and root for the teams that you want to root for. And your Rays clearly have something to root for. They're new. There's a lot of players that have come a long way. This Rosarena kid, I mean, I don't think he's got a cold zone anywhere. He's a walk-in hot zone, this kid on your team.
Dandy Randy. I mean, what a story that is. I read Dusty Baker's quote. He couldn't believe the Cardinals gave him up, and I did a tweet the other day. I said, I want to thank you in terms of the Cardinals, and maybe I'm going to be on an ESPN station in St. Louis later, and the bottom line is, I say a big thank you. We should give him a Christmas gift. I mean, Are you kidding me? How did he give that up? Same with Nick Anderson we got from the Marlins. The guy was unhittable all year. He struggled a little bit in the playoffs, but all year he's been unhittable. And we get these guys, our people that do an analysis for the players do a phenomenal job. I mean, you got to realize this, Rich. The payroll is a joke compared to the other teams. I think we're 27th at about, if it was a 162-game season, it'd be like $70 million to like the $200 million. You talk about the Yankees, the Dodgers, and it's amazing what they do. They get talent, they play together, there's great camaraderie, great chemistry, and they're good players. I mean, let's face it, they are good players. And we got a kid in the minor leagues. I was hoping they activated him for the playoffs, but they did not. His name is Juan DeFranco. Everybody. I ran for 2 scouts, Rich. I was having dinner one night down here where I live, and these 2 guys were in town to look at some players, and they came over and introduced themselves, and they said, we know you're a big baseball fan. So I said, well, join me. So they joined me. And they said, let me tell you something. You know those great young guys you're hearing about, Tatis and Soto and all these great players on 19, 20? He said, you guys got a guy in the minor leagues better than all of them. He's the best. So remember this name, Wander Franco, switch hitter. I don't know why they wouldn't bring him up, but somebody told me it's because they don't want to start the clock on the contract. But, anyway, they do a great job with the talent. I've been a 21-year, I'm not a Johnny-come-lately, 21 years. I've had season tickets, first row next to the dugout of the visiting teams, talk to all the players. I want their autographs. And Richard thinks they handed me baseballs. Sign these baseballs for us, Dickie. I said, wait a minute, something's wrong here. I want your autograph and your picture. But, it's just so much fun, and I enjoy it big time. And it's sad in a way that last year we won 96 games and we're getting 9,000 fans.
Yeah, I hear you, Dick. Before I let you go, tell me about your book. Because let's try and raise as much money as always. Your proceeds go to fighting childhood cancer. The Lost Season, a look at what the journey of the 2020 National Championship could have been. As we all know, the pandemic broke just as March Madness was about to tip off. I give you the floor on this, Dick.
Well, thanks a lot, Rich. I really appreciate that because it means so much to me. I've gotten to know so many beautiful kids over the years and their families. I've spoken at several funerals. I do a lot of speaking, as you said, motivationally across this country, and they were the toughest speeches I ever had to give in my life. I told my wife when I got out of here, I said I was like, nervous Rick, giving a speech. What do you say of mom and dad putting a child to rest? My new book, The Lost Season, is all about what could have been and maybe would have been if we had a March Madness. And most of all, the book is getting a lot of good reviews, but the real great story with it, as I feel, is every sale, if people buy it at dickvitale.com. dickvitale.com. If they get the book there, they can get autographed copies. They can have me write the Dodgers are awesome, baby. They can have me write LA's the best. Whatever they want, I sign it. And every dollar that I would make, every dollar, not 60 cents, every dollar will go to the V Foundation for kids battling cancer. So that's the dickvitale.com, and the book is The Lost Season.
And so you basically have brackets. How far did you have my Wolverines go?
Yeah, I finished it up with a fantasy bracket.
Yeah.
I did the book with Dick Weiss, who's a hoops guru.
Yeah.
I did it with Howie Schwab, did the research. You know Howie well.
Of course.
And Howie did the research. And we had a lot of fun. It was almost like therapy for me. And we finished the last chapter with a complete bracket. And we have all the matchups. And we not only have the matchups and who's going to win, we tell them why they're going to win or why they're going to lose, who's going to score, who's not going to score, how many points they're going to get, et cetera. And we go right down to the championship game. We go to the Final Four, we go to the Sweet 16, the Final 8, Final 4, and then to the Final 2, and the ultimate winner. And it's really just a lot of fun to do.
Dickie V, love you. Love you, man.
I love you, man. You did a great job, Rich. I wish you were with us at ESPN again, but, I can understand. Dollars got to count sometimes. and fame. But you've done a great job, and really, and so you've always treated me with respect.
Oh, please.
I appreciate that, man.
You
Getting a little
deserve
bit older, Rich. 81 years old now, and the clock keeps going. I'm in the last chapter. But I want to make it the best. I feel as enthusiastic and as energetic as I've ever felt in my life. I really do. I played singles this morning, tennis. I play these young ladies who are like in their 30s and 40s, and I don't play the guys. Because I used to go play the guys, and all I want to do is talk about, hey, what about Carolina? They're going to be good this year. What about Duke? What about... So I finally told people there at the country club, I said, hey, just get me people that don't follow sports. I had a woman ask me about 3 weeks ago I played. Said, hey, are you retired? What do you do for a living? I said, well, I work in television. I still work. Oh, really? I loved it. I love that.
That's fantastic, Dick. At Dickie V on Twitter. I love watching you live and die with your Rays, and at @DickieV_ESPN on Instagram. And again, go to dickvitale.com to order that book today. To go raise as much money as possible. Thank you, Dick. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Rich. You do. Rich, awesome. My man, Rich Eisen is awesome, baby, with a capital A. But today the Rays are going to be awesome, baby. It's going to be sadness in Tinseltown.
You're the best. Take care of yourself, Dick. Enjoy it.
Thank you, buddy.
You guys, Dick Vitale. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.